I kicked my best man out of my wedding for his gamer talk about my fiancé. I, 35 male, am engaged to May, 35 female. My best friend, Andre, 35 male, is the best man. Fake names. First, details. May is a huge anime and gamer nerd. Like, huge. We're all gamers, but she has like every system under the sun and loves playing video games, including the retro ones like Tetris and Sonic. She's also into MMORPGs like Final Fantasy, JRPGs like the Tales of series, and games like My Time at Portia and Animal Crossing. May and Andre have always gotten along, but they never actually hung out near video games together. I had him and two of our other friends over for a couple of beers and cigars. Andre heard May turn on her Switch, and he asked if she had Super Smash Bros. She said yes, and Andre said, "Let me show you a thing or two," in a joking manner. I warned Andre that he was going to get thrashed, to which he made the comment, "Girl gamers don't scare me." No, May did not hear him. Well, May suited up with Yoshi, and she absolutely destroyed all of them without trying. They asked her to change characters. She went to young Link, then Peach, then Jigglypuff, then Roy, and lastly her favorite character, Ness. Beat them all. Now I'll admit, my friends have short tempers with gaming. I could see they were frustrated, so I proposed we do something else. Everyone except Andre was done with the games. He proposed they play Tetris, free on the Switch and already downloaded. And once again, Andre lost. Hard, like extra hard, painfully hard. To put it short, he got completely thrashed. May won first place in two-player every game. Andre stopped playing, and they all went home afterwards, annoyed. I don't think May noticed. Later on, Andre and my friends invited May to a game of Rainbow Six. May gladly accepted and chose her favorite, Frost. They played the private party matches, and she basically was always the last one standing. May told the guys she was going to take a bathroom break and put her headset down. I asked May if I could play the next round. She agreed, and I put on her headset, only to hear my friends talking trash about her. They were saying things like, "Why are girls such tryhards?" and "She's good at gaming, but I bet she can't make a sandwich." Now, they didn't know I was there, so I spoke and told them to shut up. Andre laughed and said they were just joking, and I said that's not funny, and what if May came back and heard them? He said it's just gamer talk, and I said it wasn't. Andre told me I was being a jerk and dragging down the group. He also told me they wouldn't be talking smack if I told May to stop trying so hard. Long story short, after an argument, I kicked Andre out of the wedding. I turned the PS4 off. When May asked why it was off, I said the others got off, but I didn't tell her what they said. Our friends were saying I was overreacting and they didn't mean it, but I honestly don't care. It just made me so mad. Am I the jerk? Did I overreact? Edit. I do plan to tell May what happened. This only happened last night, and she's at her mom's right now. I plan to tell her tomorrow. Entitled Mom Tries Taking My Necklace Gets Kicked Out of the Doctor's Office. For some context, since last year, I've been sick. At first, we thought I'd need surgery. However, the doctor wanted to check something out first and sent me to another doctor. After a couple months of testing, this was the last one I needed. I also had messed up my leg during this time, and it made it extremely hard to walk on my own. My doctor had suggested I buy a cane, which I did. Another thing about me, while I'm an adult, I have an extreme baby face syndrome. People have thought that I was an 8th grader while I'm a freshman in college. My height of 5 feet doesn't help that either. Now with context, let's get on to the story. We've got me, Peach. We've got the nice boy, we've got entitled mother, and we've got the security guard. I'm sitting in the doctor's office, waiting for me to get called back. The doctor's office was absolutely packed, so it took a while for me to get called back. After 5 minutes of waiting, a 7-year-old boy and a mom walk in and check in. Both sit down in front of me, and I don't really think anything of it. I move my cane more towards me in order to avoid them tripping and look at the TV as I wait. After a couple minutes, I hear a small voice speak. "Excuse me." I look down from the TV and see the boy across from me looking at me. Me. "Yes? Can I help you?" Nice boy. "How come you have a cane?" The mother looks up from her phone and looks at me, then him. Karen. "Don't ask people those questions." Me. "Oh, it's okay. I don't mind people asking. I had an injury and the cane helps me walk." Nice boy. "Does it hurt when you walk?" Me. "Sometimes, but the cane helps." I know kids tend to be naturally curious, so I didn't take his comments as rude. After he asked, we started talking about how our days were, our age, and eventually got to talking about the birds. The kid was an absolute encyclopedia about birds and told me a lot of facts about birds. One of my favorite he told me is that a toucan's skin is actually more translucent, which is crazy. Nice boy noticed my necklace, which is a metal raven, and said, "Wow, I like your necklace. Is it a raven or a crow skull?" Me. "It's a raven skull. You know a lot about birds. That's really awesome." "Yeah, I really like Entitled Mom Cut 'Em Off." "Excuse me?" I looked to her. She had this look of pure hate and disgust. Me. "Yes? Is there something wrong?" Karen. "Why are you wearing a skull around your neck? That's kind of inappropriate, don't you think?" Me. "No, it's just a metal raven skull. Nothing inappropriate about it." "It's kind of evil, isn't it?" What? Her saying that blew me out of the water. In what world is wearing something like a metal bird skull evil? Me. "Ma'am, it's just a necklace. It's nice. I liked it. I bought it." Karen. "You really need to take it off. You're going to corrupt my son. We're Christian." Looking over to the kid, he looked as dumbfounded as I was. The boy. "Mama, it's just a necklace." "Be quiet." Then she tells me, "You need to take that off right now and give it to me. Also, you look too young to be using a cane. You're just wanting attention." Me, taking none of her BS. "Ma'am, I'm not giving you my necklace or my cane. And if anything, you're the one wanting attention, and you're ignorant for thinking that just because my necklace has a bird skull on it that it's evil. Also for thinking young people can't have a cane just because they're young. Young people use things such as canes and walkers all the time." "How dare you talk back to me?" At this point, she got up and tried to grab my cane and necklace. I was ready to push her back, but the security guard who was coming inside for some water stepped in between Entitled Mom and me. Security guard. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to sit down and leave this person alone." "What? No, they're evil. I'm trying to free them from the devil." Security guard. "Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Now, this kind of behavior isn't tolerated here." "But my son has an appointment. I can't leave him here." Security guard. "Can you call his father? If not, you will have to reschedule." Nice boy. "My dad's in the car." At that point, security guard escorted Entitled Mom out of the building, and Nice Boy's dad came in to watch his son. Nice Boy's dad apologized profusely for his wife's behavior and stated that she was a little eccentric. After 10 more minutes, I was called back and said goodbye to the boy. After my appointment, he and his dad were gone and I went on my way. Something that I think is funny, however, is what Nice Boy's dad had said regarding Entitled Mom. I don't even know why she said it was evil. She's not even Christian. She's an atheist. I dropped my sister's kids off at a daycare and made her pay for it. I'm 19, female, and my sister, who's 25, asked me to babysit for her. Her kids are 4 and 6, so that she could go to a friend's party. I told her I can't do that today. I had an exam that I had to be at college. I can follow some classes online and have occasionally babysat while listening to lectures. The day for which she needed a babysitter came. I answered the door in the morning and the kids were on my doorstep and my sister was driving off. She just left them with me after I said I couldn't stay home that day. I called a friend that owns a small daycare. She told me I could drop them off there. Thank goodness. I gave her my sister's contact info and told her to keep me updated, and I texted my sister about what happened and gave her the address and the phone number. I picked the kids up from daycare since my sister wasn't answering her phone and fed them. She picked them up at 9 p.m. and was absolutely livid that I left them with a stranger, that it was irresponsible, that something could have happened, etc. I told her that she knew I couldn't babysit that day and that she could have picked them up if she wasn't comfortable with that since I texted her the address. She told me I should have just skipped the exam and retaken it later. I thought this was a reasonable thing to do. When someone leaves kids on your doorstep without warning and you can't take care of them, but my parents are on her side. My mom told me my sister already has so much on her plate and that I should help out when I can. I guess babysitting at least one day a week for free isn't good enough. Am I the jerk? Edit. She and her friends went to an escape room or something. It wasn't a regular party. My parents weren't home that day to babysit, and you can retake exams here, but it's a hassle, and it means that if I fail, I can't retake it. Just to clear some things up. I'm sorry if this post seemed obvious. Having both my sister and both my parents say that I was in the wrong made me doubt myself.